there. Lance Storm was one of the pallbearers. I seem to recall Chris Jericho may have been there, but Vince McMahon was definitely there. But what I was bringing up the procession for, Daniel Legale, Olympic gold medalist, who I trained with before, Canadian Olympic gold medalist, who had just recently won the Olympics. But what I remember, and this is kind of a nasty story, is there's a dungeon entrance off from the side of the Hart House. Everyone was mostly going in the main Hart House. And of course, as a wrestler, that I spent most of my time in the dungeon, used the dungeon bathroom. So I went to take a piss in the dungeon bathroom because I had parked there. And I was driving, doing the procession with one of the referees, Richard Gaida, which I forget what his wrestling name was. Dick Gaida, maybe they let him use his real name. But for some reason, someone had clogged the downstairs toilet. And people, I guess when you got to go, you got to go. People, it was so disgusting. There was literally shit overflowing the toilet. Because it was like maybe the upstairs bathroom was full or what, I don't know. But like there was an overflow of shit in the downstairs toilet. And it was one of the grossest things I've ever seen in my life. And no, I did not piss on top of all that. I held it till we got to the funeral parlor. By the time we got back for the reception, I remember they had big horse troughs full of beer. There was a lot of natives at the reception too. He was always popular with the natives, but there was nothing really that monumentous that I remember about the funeral other than Vince being there, the fat lady singing, and the toilet overflowing with crap. I can't believe I never got a picture with Stu. By the time I was in the dungeon 2001 to 2005-ish, he was dead some of that time, but also they would just basically wheel him down to watch the practices or wheel him outside to watch the practices, or he'd be sitting in the kitchen. I do remember another incident with Stu when I was actually buying my first pair of boots from Smith Hart, R.I.P. to him too. He's very close with Smith, the eldest Hart's son. When I was buying his boots, Stu was like walking around the upstairs stark naked. So the last few years, he wasn't all there, but I was always honored to train in the Hart Dungeon. And I just remember training in the Hart Dungeon. Sometimes you just like stop yourself and be like, oh my God, all the history here. I can't believe I'm actually training here. It was very tough. A lot of mean-spirited individuals down there that had been through hard times, wanted to put others through hard times. But yeah, you never know when your time is going to come. I'll digress for a second. One of my relatives passed away this morning from Oshawa, Ontario. She was only in her 60s, choked on a pill. Her husband tried to do a Heimlich maneuver. She passed away. You never know when you're going to die. I turned 41 years old today. I almost died last July. Literally, I almost ran out of blood. Thank you to all the blood donors. Thank you to the Ottawa Police, everyone that saved my life. Last July, obviously, you can see I lost weight. I'm still recovering from that traumatic experience, but I'm glad to be here for my 41st birthday. Got to see Piper today. Do have a broken leg, but that's a small price to pay. That's related to my July thing, but whatever. Thank you, God. I have to believe there is a God, and my work on this planet is not done for me to still be alive. Apparently, Logan Paul will likely face Rey Mysterio U.S. Championship at Crown Lee John Hart, who I don't think is related to the Hart family. The AEW were married Friday. Kerry Silkin, former ROH owner, who recently did an interview with John Paz on this channel, is in the hospital. So prayers to him. Thanks for the prayers, Alfred, but there's people a lot worse off than me. You don't need to pray for me. I appreciate all the fan support, though. Love all you guys. I actually spoke to Billy Jack Haynes today. Billy Jack Haynes kind of taking over for Superstar Billy Graham as my mentor. I think Superstar Billy Graham and my grandmother were watching over me back in July. But have a great evening, guys. Appreciate all your support over the years. King of Connecticut, Matthew Granahan, is going to do a breakdown of the Pat Miletich versus Mike Jackson controversial fight that took place Saturday night, where Miletich basically beat the crap out of Jackson for 2 rounds, 55 years old, and didn't come out for the third. So you'll get a detailed breakdown from King of Connecticut at 9 p.m. tonight. Have a great evening.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click